It's your boy Grill here, back with another video, and today I got a special video, guys, man. Today we're gonna be back with the best teams for season 74 of Tournament of Power. You guys know, man, another season, another way to get 1.5k CC. So if you guys enjoy these type of videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and roll to 15k, man. I think we're pretty close to 14.9. So all the new people, man, I really, appreciate your support, man. Trying to hit a good milestone for the channel. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. So, before we start, you guys know what Tournament of Power, man. I usually try to give you guys different alternative units. Make sure you guys Z-power your units up to 14 stars. That helps a ton. Arts boosting your characters. Getting them to Zenkai 7 if they're a Zenkai character. Getting the Tournament Power equipment from the Rare Meta Exchange shops. Every single thing like that helps. Getting them to friendship level 10 as well. That's all helps with stats. So always go with the unit that has the higher stars. Don't go for the unit that's like 3 stars in S tier. Just go with like the A tier unit that has 14 stars. It's going to help with survivability. A lot of people be asking me like about certain teams like minions or girls. And those teams are really powerful. You guys see like they're always in the top rank. But the problem with them is they're Z tier, they're extreme characters for the most part, and you gotta really know what you're doing with Tournament Power. Me personally, I like to focus on teams that has a lot of survivability, so I always focus on teams that has health. Any character that heals himself is very, very powerful for me because that's something that you can, as you take a lot of damage, you can just heal it every time. So I always value characters that has health. Always values teams that has like some really good gems in the S tier. And as long as you have 2 to 3 S tier characters, all those other tiers doesn't really matter. So I usually focus on like, all right, who's the hidden gems in the S tier for each season. I don't really care too much about the Z tier for the most part because they're really terrible characters, and I really feel like they're gonna hold you back, right? Like, yeah, they're high points, right? They give you high points, but you got to use them. You got to be real cautious, and a lot of you guys are not really trying to learn TOP like that. And I'm not even the master at TOP like that. I don't really know everything about it, but that's whatever I use works. So I'm gonna stick with that. So sorry for the ramble there. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. So, all right, first team, you guys know I'm gonna go Regen, man. Regen, that's my team. That's my team. I main Regen. I got team maxed out, arch boosted, maxed, all that good stuff. So let's go to Regen here. I always look at the S tier first. As long as you can get 2 to 3 S tier, if you can get 2 S tier characters for the team that you're on, everything else should be fine. Because you guys seen it last season, I had 2 S tier characters. It was still able to get to the 1k CC. So now for this season, we got a lot of S tier characters, right? We got a lot of characters that I like using that are on the S tier characters. So one, I like using Yellow Piccolo, right? I like using them. The amount of healing that he gives, he is definitely a liability, but the amount of healing that he gives for the team for 4 spots, I love it. So I'm gonna rock Yellow Piccolo. Omega Shenron is a character that I have 14 stars. I maxed him out, arch boost. Omega Shenron, he's never replaced my team. He's an S tier. Now we got Red Metal Cooler. I tried Red Metal Cooler out. I really do like him. But we also have some other red options, right? You got Red Buhan. Red Buhan is really powerful. You guys see me use him before. He has high key recovery, so he always attacks first, right? And then we also have this Red Piccolo Jr., right? This guy has an ultimate card. He doesn't really heal himself as much as Red Metal Cooler, but he has not higher stats, but he has higher damage inflicted. Every time he lands a card, he gets damage inflicted buffs, all that good stuff there, which is really nice. And then you guys see here, he has reduction to damage. So me personally, I personally don't really matter. It doesn't really matter between those red characters. Me personally, I'm probably just going to go stick with Red Metal Cooler or Red Piccolo Jr. Doesn't really matter to me. So I might just go with Red Piccolo Jr. Piccolo, that's my guy. If I could have more Piccolos in there to use, what I'm saying? So I'm probably going to replace some. But Red Metal Cooler is really, really good. Red Boot Tanks is really good. In terms of the green, you could definitely add in Green Baby. But like I said, since I have 3 S tier characters, I really don't need to add them in here. I'd rather just stick and take the A tier with Green DKP. Green DKP was really, really powerful last season, so I really do want to use them. And the fact that I already have 3 S tier characters, I don't really need to add this Green Baby in there. Green Baby, he's not bad, he heals. It's just that he can be a little, he can be more of an outlier in a sense like this Yellow Piccolo, where You know, he takes a lot of damage, so I'd rather just stick with green DKP as the A tier character. So I like him. Then after that, bro, if you guys don't have red, I mean Piccolo, Buhan, Metal Cooler, you guys can definitely go and get another red character for sure. But those are really like the top 3 reds I like using. Purple Boo's, he's in A tier, which is nice. Green DKP. In terms of Omega Shenron, does any of the Zenkai blue regen units, so Zenkai Slug or Kamiklo will be fine. Also Zenkai Boo Tanks is also not bad as well. In terms of the greens, Green Boo, Fat Boo, he's irreplaceable, and then Super Baby 2 is irreplaceable. You can't replace them off the team. And in terms of the yellow, like you can replace this yellow Piccolo here with Zenkai DKP, right? He heals himself every time, but I just like LF Piccolo. I like his stats, higher stats. He's transforming, guaranteed blue card. Little things about him I like, so I like keeping him on the team right there. You can definitely even use this yellow EX cell, first form cell. He's also really powerful as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it here. We can go to B tier. There's also a lot of good red regen units, right? This guy got a Zenkai. He's pretty decent. You know, you got red Super Janemba, you got red Cell, you also got red Omega Shenron. So you got a lot of like red regen characters that you can use from. Yellow, like I said, Piccolo. You can go with Zenkai Cell, but I think Zenkai Cell's in C tier now. Yeah, so I really, you already got 2 C tier characters. I really want to try to get another C tier character in there. So I'd rather just go with like Zenkai DKP or LF Piccolo here. Yellow is kind of really lacking on regen. First form cell, a lot of you guys should have him. So that's pretty much all the colors there. Like I said, I like purple free to play Boo. If you don't have him, I think the second best purple I'd rather just sit down and use would be purple 21 transform. She's able to heal herself by 10% when she transforms. Other than that, that's pretty much the main purples I like using. This yellow first form cell is not bad either. I think he's pretty solid here. I believe like every time he lands an attack, he heals himself as well, so this is pretty nice too. So, and he's also free, like, right, just play co-op and stuff. You guys can get him to 14 stars and everything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my region team. Let's hop into the next team. I think the next team I want to do is I think it was GT. I believe. I think GT got some, they got a lot of similarities with my team. So they got 2 S tier characters, and then we can kind of take a look at. I don't know why I went back to what's the name. Let's go to GT. And I don't have the other characters either, so I don't know if like Pan or Bull, I don't know their stats, but just the characters that I have here. You just take everybody out here, keep Omega, you keep what's the name. Like I said, if you're a GT main, you're probably going to have these characters maxed out because GT didn't really get that much love until this past what's the name. You got Oob and Z tier, so that really helps now. So now you can go to A tier, bro. I'm not the biggest fan of those A tier characters. You can add in purple Forku. I like adding this Oob as the yellow. And then after that, let's go to the C tier, and then we can use like tag 4s, and then we can use either Omega Shenron, because Omega Shenron is like just like another powerful red you can add in there, or you can go with more of the Forku side. So one of these 2 characters, right? Because I'm not the biggest. I don't know how much of a tank this Oob is. So if you just want to have like another powerful red on standby, you can have him. I don't know where Super 17 is. I'm assuming he's in C tier. I don't know about the Spirit Bomb Goku. You already got some good blues in there. In terms of the green, you have tag 4s. If you just want a powerful green, if you're dealing with a lot of blues, you can even switch them with G4. You can do that. One of these 2 is perfectly fine. If you don't have this Goku, you can use 17 in there as another purple. But like I said, they could you might have that Bulla and Vegeta. I think they might be like A tier around there. Then there's like that yellow Pan Trunks Giru. I don't know what tier they're on because I don't have them, right? Let me see if there's a way. No, I don't think it shows. I don't think it shows like characters I don't have, unfortunately. But yeah, like a GT like this, you have a Z tier, you have two S tiers. Used to be perfectly fine. So GT is definitely one of those teams to use for sure, especially main GT. Used to have all those characters maxed out and pretty high stars because you guys ain't getting no love until this this January, right? And that's facts. After that, bro, let's go to S tier. I think I've seen 2 teams. Saiyans got some sleepers. You can never go wrong with Saiyans. And that's how I usually form my teams. Is I usually like seeing like what are some good units in this S tier spots. Because if you can get two S tier characters, then you're perfectly fine. So Super Warriors don't look bad. I might use them, right? As long as you have TN, bro. Like, you know, TN is kind of like the anchor of that team. So I'll probably put Super Warriors in there. I'm a big fan of like just having sparking characters more than like extreme characters, especially like those old extreme characters, because it's a gamble using them. It's a gamble using them. So that's why you usually gonna see me talking about the same teams, because they usually have some sleepers in this S tier, and I like I said, I'm a big fan of sparking characters, so I'd rather go to the A tier than go to like Z tiers and stuff. You know, more of a survivability type of thing. So where is Super Warriors? Like, I'm missing them. There they are. Alright, so we got TN in the S spot. You got Yellow Piccolo in here. So then other than that, let's go to C tier. Only Z tier character I would probably use would be this purple Krillin. You know, you could use Yajirobe. I'll just throw him in there. Then after that, man, it's pretty much just like a regen. It's like more of like a washed up regen in a sense. You have Green Crown, he heals. Then you can go in here. I'm a big fan of this Krillin and TN, because they both heal themselves. And I think this one, they both have like the can attack thing, I believe, right? Him and they both got the solar flare, I believe. He heals himself every time he lands. So these are two great three characters that I like using. I like using those the TOP Krillin and the and the TN Krillin TN. And then after that, for the purple, since you have a lot of regen characters with, like, you know, Piccolos and stuff like that. You know, this Piccolo is really good. I like this Piccolo more than the light skin Piccolo, because you know he actually supports the team, right? He only gets it after 50%. So me personally, I like having this Piccolo in there. And then, like I said, you have two good greens. You know, you could go in for a red character. You can go with this red Piccolo here. If you want a stronger blue, you can go with this blue Kamikolo. Me personally, I'll probably go with the red Piccolo just to have like a full color wheel on the team, anything like that. Let me actually see here, because he gives support to what's his name, right? He gives support to event exclusive, sagas from the movies, and regen, right? So you could do something like throw a curveball in there, and like throw in like maybe like Red Metal Cooler, right? You know, Red Metal Cooler is S tier, I believe. He's, you know, if you're going to use this purple Piccolo a lot, then you could probably add in like an S tier character right there as like a sub, you know, something like that, because as long as you have him, he's supporting him. And you know, as long as you put them in, you know, nice positions, you know, they'll be straight. You can add in like even this Piccolo here, right? You can do that as well. But you know, I'll just, like I said, for a Super Warrior team, I guess we'll put in Luffy Piccolo right here. So okay, so other than that, that's Super Warriors there. Last but not least, let's go Saiyans. I think there's two Saiyan characters that I really like. I like using Nappa. I think Nappa's a really just solid, good blue character. And I really like this Vegeta. This Vegeta heals a lot. Like, look at this. After receiving an attack, he heals himself by 7%. That's like one of the highest I've seen. Like, I mean, of course, you have like 21 where like at the end of like a second turn, she heals by 10, but like he's healing up to 14% to himself if he gets hit twice. That's really good. You know, that's really good. That's really powerful, right? And then, you know, he got some decent you know, strike defense. He doesn't really hit the hardest, but you know, once he gets hit, he gets damage afflicted buffs, which is nice. So, and he heals himself by 7%. Nice sustainability there. So me personally, I like this Nappa. I like this purple Vegeta. You could add in Green Baby, you know, but like I said, you already have two S tier characters, so you don't really need to have them. But I like those two characters. They're old characters too. A lot of you guys should have them at pretty decent stars. And like I said, Saiyans is a really diverse team because they have so many characters. They have so many characters, so they have lots of options of certain colors and everything like that. Me, I like this yellow Vegeta. I think he's like kind of like the super baby too for regen. At the end of third, he heals his allies, I believe, by 3 in damage afflicted buffs. So I like having this yellow Vegeta in there. Really like him a lot. Other than that, bro, what, this is A tier. Red, there's a lot of red Saiyans, but I don't have some of them. Me personally, I do like this red Turles. I have him at max stars. He's really good. I believe he actually heals himself by how much? 10 at the end of third turn, bro. He has decent damage inflicted and reduction of damage. You face Saiyans, he actually get extra damage inflicted buffs. I like him as my red since I have him at 14 stars. You guys don't have him. then use a red that's very powerful for you. You might have to go to C tier, use a red, or you can use like a Zenkai Mazda Vegeta. But like I said, I'm showing you guys like, you know, for my box, since I have my high stars, I'm gonna use him. I'll add him in there because this guy's a sleeper. He's pretty good. He heals himself a lot as well. After that, bro, in terms of purple, bro, I always like using the Forku. The Forku, you know, he just heals himself, I believe, right at the start of each turn by 2%, 60 strike defense, and then he also has, he's a Zenkai character, really powerful. You can't really go wrong with that, right? So I like adding this Goku as my purple, so I really don't need no purples. In terms of the greens, like I said, you can go with 2 C tier units. So if you really want like a powerful green character, me personally, I like the Tag 4s. I think the Tag 4s they just do so much damage. You can never really go wrong. At the end of the second turn, they heal themselves by 2% as well, so that's not bad. After receiving attack, they heal themselves by 1%. Yeah, I like the Tag 4s more than Evoken, so I'm gonna add them as like my C tier character. And if I want another C tier character, who would I put? There's so many options to choose. Yellow, I mean, like I said, you can go with an ultra character. You really could. You really could, you know. But I want to go with a yellow, or I want to go with like a purple. I could go with a red either, so I can go red or yellow there. Most of the time, I usually side with characters that's like more of like that has like the Zenkai LFs, because they're just, you might as well, they have the high stats and everything like that, so you can never really go wrong with them. Let me check Evoken. I might go with Forku, I'm not gonna lie to you. Might go with Forku. Evo Vegeta's not bad as well, but Forku might not be bad. So any of these yellow LFs, I think I might go with the Forku there, right? Might add Forku in there. He's also going to Zenkai buff his Vegeta because he's a yellow Saiyan. So, you know, adding him in there won't be bad. So then now we're missing what? One more color? So here I probably just add in a red character. Right, so we have 2 C tier characters. We have a decent yellow. We have 2 strong purples. We have a solid blue. So I guess we can go with a red character, right? Like 8 Vegeta wouldn't be a bad character as well. You know, he heals himself by 2% after receiving attack. So you know, if you guys want to switch them out and add an 8 Vegeta, then you know, like do your switcheroos. Do your switcheroos depending on your team. And then B tier, we go to C. You know, we go to a red character. What does he do? I'm kind of curious. Yeah, he's alright. He's cool. He's cool. You can never really go wrong with a Zenkai character. I didn't mean to switch him out like that. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. Let's go to A tier. You can really go with Red Majin Vegeta. For me, I'm going Red Majin. You know, he does a lot of damage. And then who I had there? I had somebody in there. Who was that? Purple. There's a yellow character. Forku. Yeah, I like Forku in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, switch it around depending on your team and stuff. Like I said, you can even add like Go Frieza in there if you really need like a strong, you know, like a strong blue and purple, right? Maybe like, oh, I want a strong blue and purple. You just add like Go Frieza. You know, so Saiyans, you can never really go wrong. They just got so many characters. Insane. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this video. That's pretty much my main 4 teams. You guys know I'm gonna go Regen, right? Like Regen's been clutch for me since the beginning of the game, right? And they're clutching me up in here. So let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And we're gonna go. Where's my C tier characters? I need Baby and there it is, Fat Boo. And then after that we go B tier. No, not B tier. Yeah, B tier for Yellow Piccolo. And then we go A tier for Boo and what's the name. And the reason why I make sure I try to get like a stronger yellow for the region is because my weakest color is this EX Piccolo. So if I do face a lot of purples, I want to have a strong yellow as my backup. Like my blue characters are really powerful. My green character with Baby and Fat Boo and DKP is solid enough. My red character is good. My purple is pretty solid. My yellow is like, since I'm using this EX Piccolo a lot, I want to have a backup yellow that does a lot more damage. So I always, whenever I build teams, whatever your weakest link is, try to use your C tier character that matches that same color. So say for example you're building a team and your worst color is blue. You might want to check the C tier and get like a super strong blue. So when you're facing a lot of reds and stuff, you need to do a lot of damage and your what's name not really carrying you like that. on them. You know what I'm saying? So if your weakest color, like I said, is blue, you also might want to focus on getting some really strong purples. So if you face a lot of greens, they don't die a lot. So that's why I make sure like having Super Baby 2 and Omega helps, because you know he Zenkai buffs blue GT, Omega's blue GT. You know, like that's why I like this setup a lot. You know, it helps with the Piccolo double blues, really powerful blues, all that stuff. You know, and I got some good greens in there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and grill. Man, I'm out.